Hello students, I am your educator Tanvi. Here I am discussing firstly the concept of test cross in continuation with the chapter 5 principles of inheritance. So test cross actually means a cross which is performed to test the or to predict the gene of the test organism. Means if we don't know the genotype of a particular parent, by using this cross we can identify and predict it. So it is crossing the F1 or F2 progeny with the recessive parent. That is test cross. So let us see how it can be done. Again, the Mendel's characteristic we have taken. Here we have taken the color of the flower, that can be violet and white. So violet is the dominant character over the white color. So if the genotype is unknown, there can be two possibilities. Either the genotype can be this capital W, or it can be heterozygous, that is one capital W and another small w. So two possibilities are there. Now let us see, if we perform the test cross, how can we predict the genotype. So in the first possibility, for example, it is a homozygous parent. So we just see that it is test cross, means we will cross it with the recessive parent, homozygous recessive. So when we make the gametes, these are the gametes. Here for this, these are the gametes. So when we do the cross, the possibilities are this genotype. So all the flowers we can see will be violet, because violet is dominant over recessive. So it is heterozygous. Okay. So the progeny which we get is heterozygous, as all the flowers you can see are violet. But if we get all the flowers as a dominant trait, we will come to know that the genotype of unknown flower is homozygous dominant. And we can here clearly see that we started with homozygous character. Similarly, the other possibility is of being heterozygous. So let us see how we can decipher it. So we have crossed it with recessive parent, homozygous recessive. Here the gametes are there, W and small w, and here these gametes are there. So if we just make the possibilities, what possibilities we are having? Two possibilities. One is this heterozygous condition and another is this homozygous condition. So the phenotype over here will be violet and over here it will be white. So half violet, you can see 50-50 ratio is there, na, 1:1. So half violet and other half will be white. So then we come to know, if this phenotype is there, then the unknown flower is heterozygous. So like this, with test cross we can predict the genotype of the organism. Now coming to, on the basis of these crosses, the two laws of inheritance. One is law of dominance, which means that the characters which Mendel studied, he studied that these are controlled by certain factors, certain units of inheritance, which he called as factors, and now we know it is gene. So these factors, they occur in pairs, yes, in the chromosomes. So genes are also in the pairs. Now in a dissimilar pair like this one, dissimilar pair, one member is dominant over the other. So if this is dominant, this is recessive. Another law of segregation comes into existence. The alleles, which are the alternative forms of these factors or genes, they do not show any blending. Means these factors segregate from each other. So like we can see over here, if this is the parent, when the gametes are formed, only one allele it will get. So that is law of segregation, means they separate during the gamete formation. Similarly, if it is heterozygous, the gametes are capital T and small t. So means they are segregating from each other when gametes are being formed. Next, let us discuss the concept of incomplete dominance. From the term itself, it means that the dominance is not complete. Means the F1 phenotype, doesn't resemble with the two parents. That is why it is incomplete dominance. If it would have been dominance, then in case of Mendel, if he crossed the tall and the short plant, remember, the phenotype was tall of F1 generation. But some scientists deciphered that in dog flower, which is commonly called as snapdragon, or Antirrhinum is the scientific name, and a 4 o'clock plant, Mirabilis jalapa, a concept of incomplete dominance was shown, that the F1 phenotype, it didn't resemble any of the parents. So let us look at it. Suppose this is the characteristic trait, red and white flowers. Okay. red with this homozygous condition it is represented, and white with this recessive homozygous condition. So when gametes are formed, so F1 generation is capital R, small r. So if we see the law of dominance, it should be red according to the Mendel's law of dominance. But what was observed? The color is pink. So it is not resembling either of the parent. This suggests that in presence of small r, this capital R is not able to express completely. That is why we can say this capital R over here is incompletely dominant over small r, right? Because it is not showing red color. So then further selfing was done of F1 generation to obtain F2. So we can see selfing, these gametes are there in the Punnett square, and we will just combine with this and like this. So we get one red plant, two pink plants, pink flowers plant, and one white flower plant. Okay. So the ratio, just see over here, that is the concept of incomplete dominance, that the genotypic ratio is 1:2:1, as well as the phenotypic ratio is also, children, 1:2:1. So it is that type of concept in which the genotypic ratio is equal to the phenotypic ratio. So now there were possibilities that how we will explain the concept of incomplete dominance. It is said the allele is modified because we cannot say it is dominant or recessive. Okay, so one of the alternative form is modified. Now what it is doing? Either three conditions can be there. Either it can form normal or less efficient enzyme to produce that color of the flower, or it will produce non-functional enzyme, or it will produce no enzyme at all. So what do you think? Out of these three, what will be the situation in incomplete dominance? It would be second and three. Because if the enzyme is non-functional or no enzyme is produced, then only we can explain that the flower is pink in color. Alright, so the modified allele is generally recessive. So if we are talking like this now, this small r is the modified allele, which in presence of capital R, it is not able to form an enzyme which is going to make the red color. So that is why it is pink in color.